Hey guys, it's Cyronis here, and today I'm going to give you guys a tutorial video on how to RvR, like a boss. So let's go ahead and let's start with the basics, guys. RvR is a faction versus faction war that takes place between the Titans and the Olympians. It uses a form of battle very similar to Capture the Flag, where you capture crystals and put them into base. RvR takes place at many different times during the day. To figure out which one is next, you can click on those two swords up there in the top left hand corner of your map, and it'll show you what times and which one is coming up next. The wars are split into different grades. Grade 1, which can be participated at level 1 through 20. Grade 2, which can be participated in level 20 through 40 after completing the grade 2 quest. And then the all wars, which can be done by anybody of any level, but it'll bring you to level 40 on arrival, similar to grade 2. Grade 1 will bring you to level 20 upon entering. Alright guys, now let's talk about why we do war. There are a lot of benefits, most of them benefiting your whole faction, and others benefiting as yourself. If you click on C, then go to God Info, you will see a picture of the Olympus and Titan gods with percentages next to them. These percentage represents how well your faction has done in the wars within the past 24 hours. As well as doing war, you'll also get rank points, which will increase your rank, which will give you a nice little buff bonus that you can use on and off the battlefield. And eventually, you may be able to get the prestigious status of being the God of War. When the gods of war are online, the whole faction will be granted a small buff to help them during their fights against DF and raids and other sort of things, as well as you gain hollow buffs depending on how high the percentage of your faction is. There are a lot of benefits to war, so that's why we need to keep doing it, including grade 1 and grade 2. Alright guys, let's go ahead and jump into war. This is a rage war that I decided to jump into. So let's take a look at the map real quick. As you can see on the map, you have the Arcs of Olympus, the blue arcs over there. And then you have the Arcs of the Titans, which are where you put the crystals for the Titans. And then you have the Arcs of Hardship, which are where the crystals or hallows will originally spawn. So there's the map. As you can see, I have obtained Commander this war, as you can see above the little scoreboard, and what Commander means is that I obtain white text, which I can then give out my famous battle cry thanks to Lyra. I can also entrust it to a nearby person by clicking the entrust button. Commander gives you a nice speed boost, which is great for running and moving around in war. If you're not going to use it, please entrust it. Let's go talk to Joshua. Well, here's the friendly god merchant that's always in every base. You can purchase god potions from him for the price of god points or rank points. You can also purchase regular potions for a normal price of gold. He also sells marbles, which you can use to increase your damage, which I recommend you must have them in war in order to be any effective at all. And then let's go ahead and take a run out. If you click on the exclamation point here, you can see individual stats. As you see here, Natty has managed to get a death before the hallows even appear. That's because she is so pro. And Durantula has also managed to KS1. It also has the score, how many people are in, and how many points you guys have in total. Kills, death, damage, healing, harmed, get, which is how many crystals get, laid, which is how many crystals you have laid down, and return, which is how many crystals you have killed and returned back to their base. Just a little side note, I call the merchant Joshua, not Icarus. As you guys can see here, I have made it to the Arc of Hardship where I'm waiting for the crystal. First thing I do is of course clear it of any titans, and then I will then grab it upon spawn, and you can click on it, double click on it to get it, or you can also right click. I personally right click since it's a lot faster and easier and less frustrating. Now after obtaining it, I have finally made it over to my arcs of the Olympus. I'm going to right click to place it onto the arc. And as you can see, we now have our score went up by 1, and that's 1 enshrined for me. Now let's get into class specifics. Let's start with Archer. Oh yeah, I pew hard. Let's learn how to play him. Archer is probably one of my favorite classes, if you guys haven't been able to tell. You have a lot of skills at your disposal, but the most important one is your demigod skill, which, by the way, you can only use in war, which is called Focus, which increases your attack by 40%, not more like 70%. It says 40, but it really is 70. And also your range by a good fair amount. Using this at every second you can will really help you out in war. So let's look at some minor footage of me playing Archer in war. Basically, I start off, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to run past the people trying to spawn camp us. And after getting a nice little range, I'm going to use Focus to increase my range. And I'm going to pick off these two people over here. As you can see, my damage is extremely well because of Focus. and these will net me a few kills. Basically, playing Archer is clearing out those small people. Now let's go to Assassin, or the LOLU Dead class. Assassin is another one of my favorite classes to look at because of their demigod skill called Senate, or Assassinate, but we call it Senate for short. And I'm going to show you guys some good examples of how to use it. It can basically be used for an insta-kill. It will take 90% of your health and deal 140 of it back. And there's also a percentage of your attack that plays into it. So my first use of Senate is going to be to save one of my team members. This is how it should almost always be used. As you can see, Zimbaz is trying to take down one of my teammates, and I'm just going to go up and to Senate him and destroy his tyranny. Next is to get rid of a healer. I Heart Naps is probably the most annoying healer ever. Right now he has Bubble Up. Make sure that I stun him. I do a little bit of damage before I pop Senate. That way I can pop his bubble and ensure the kill. Sorry, Naps. Now let's go over a little footage of Cleric. Probably one of the most misunderstood class because a lot of them don't realize that they have healing skills. My personal opinion is that a Cleric should always worry about healing first. The demigod skill of a Cleric is called Divine Blessing, but we'll call it Bubble for short because that's basically what it is. It's a bubble protection that will protect you and your teammates. It does more depending on how much magic you have. So here's a little footage of me using Bubble. Notice how I use the skill Teleport to get me into a great position to bubble my own teammates. Keeping them alive is my first and foremost priority, making sure that I'm watching their HP. Just want to give another example of the Teleport to get in position to make sure that my teammates get the bubble and not other people do. Now let's talk about the Wizard. I don't have much to do about the Wizard, but I can show you its god skill. It's called Time Bomb. Basically, it's a huge slow that slows 10 people and deals damage equal to your magic damage. At the end, this ability can crit and can be extremely deadly if used in the right hand. Fortunately, wizards are typically underpowered, and G1 and G2 hella overpowered. Little footage of a Time Bomb here. As you can see, Natty is going to use it, and that's what it looks like. So if you see that and you're running really slow, get ready for the boom. Now let's go to Swordsman. LOL, all 6 of you are dead, and I'll tell you why. In my personal opinion, for G1 War at least, Swordsman is probably the most overpowered class. When you get to G2, that of course shifts to the Chasers. But let's stick with G1 for now. Swordsmen are given a wide variety of skills, including a slow and a DOT, but the most important is their demigod buff, Death Angel. What Death Angel does is it jumps you into 6 different people with a high chance of stunning them and also increasing your attack and defense for a good amount of time. It's an AoE skill, so try not to use it on just one single person. You gain a lot more benefit by targeting multiple people and stunning them, following up with another AoE. As you can see, I'm trying my best to save it for the good and perfect AoE. Now let's go to the next class, the Warrior, or the Try to Kill Me Now class. The Warrior's god skill is called Holy Shield, which as you can see, gives you a nice little glowy shield that will protect you from 50% of all incoming damage. Unfortunate part is it slows you down for about 50% as well. Warrior's a great class if you just want to annoy people. It's a lot harder to kill you, and you have a stun at your utility as well as some AoE skills. Definitely use this to just get in people's way. Now let's go over some tips. First of all, it's okay to run. Just don't cry if you can't get away. I want to show you a video of me making a smart choice. Now, I just killed Korean style, and like a true Spartan, I run away. I don't stay there to die. Because, real Spartans do that. And as you can see, I'm almost about to die, and I keep running until my health pot is back up. And the second it comes back up, I say these guys are gone. I turn around and I do what a real Spartan would do and kill them for Sparta. So you can see running has its benefits. Play smart and don't die up. Alright, let's go over a few more tips before I end this video. Probably one of the biggest things is don't forget that you have teammates out there. The people without the red names, they're your teammates. Help them out. Give them a helping hand. Another thing, this is a game. So let's have some fun. It's not all about the score. Anyway, guys, that's it. Till next time. This is Sai.